Hi lovely Libra risings. If you're watching this and you're a Libra sun, that's completely fine, but Libra rising will be more accurate to you. So this is the weekly horoscope to the 9th of December to the 15th of December, and let's just get straight into it. So on the 9th of December, we have a moon in Aries trining Mars in Leo in your 11th house of social networking and friendships and community. So although your energy is high and you're motivated with friendships, and maybe you want to see them and you're like, yeah, I'm really good for it, there's a lot of frustration here. Could be that you're having a lot of arguments with your friends, or there is something where you just feel frustrated about the way you're being treated in your friendship group. On the 11th, the moon in Taurus will be squaring Mars and Leo again in that 11th house. So this is definitely a please bite your tongue and don't say something you don't mean. So this is an energy of a needless fight. You don't need to say it, you could avoid it, and you could end up saying something to a friend or someone in a community circle that you're in, and it comes off in the wrong way and you're like, I really regret doing that. So it's bangers, something just fell. I felt like the whole ceiling just shook, sorry. So yeah, you could have an issue with that. I would say if you just don't think you should say it, just don't say it. Simple as. On the 12th of December, we have Venus in Aquarius in your 5th house of dating and creativity, conjunct Pluto opposite Mars and Leo in that 11th house. So this is a very obsessive, intense energy and can trigger some anxiety and fears. It could be that you find out that, you don't trust your friendships, your dating life and vice versa, or your friends don't support your creative life. There's just something there where it's like, not sure about that. Don't feel good about that. On the 15th, Mercury will be directing Sagittarius in your 3rd house of communication and productivity and writing, which is great because Mercury rules the 3rd house of communication. So this is really good. It's great for getting back on track with things, so feeling more productive, getting projects done, and just generally feeling like you can say things with ease now. On the same day, we have a Gemini full moon in your 9th house of study, travel, and spirituality. So this is quite a nice, happy, cathartic ending. So you could find that you are able to let go of something to do with a project you've been doing for study or a language you've been learning, or it could be that you're now letting go of a period of traveling and then you're moving on to being a homebody, or vice versa, you're going now into the traveling kind of world. Or you could be developing a new spiritual routine because you're letting go of something else. So it could be like, next year I'm gonna have a gratitude journal, that kind of thing. So Libra, that was a really quick rundown of the weekly horoscope. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll move on to the next. Hi lovely Scorpio rising. If you're watching this and you're a Scorpio sun, that's completely fine, but if you are a Scorpio rising, it will be more accurate. This is the weekly horoscope from the 9th of December to the 15th of December, and let's just get into it. So on the 9th of December, we have a moon in Aries trining Mars in Leo in your 10th house of career. So although your energy is high and you're motivated with career, especially towards the new year, you're like, yes, I'm motivated, you're incredibly frustrated by this. So it's kind of like there is energy, but there's also a lot of frustration here, and you have to try and balance that. I would say with this Mars retrograde in Leo in the 10th house, use that frustration and that anger as passion and drive to move forward. On the 11th, we have a moon in Taurus squaring Mars and Leo, and again, that 10th house. This is really frustrating energy, and I would say this can cause a needless argument that you don't need to have, or like a fight, or you say something you don't need to say it. Especially around career, you don't want to be saying things to bosses or people that you work with that can be really detrimental to your career. So if you don't think you should say it, just don't say it, or just be a little bit more careful about what you're saying. If you feel that blood boiling and that frustration coming up, just be like, I'm gonna go to the toilet for 5 minutes and let it dissipate. On the 12th, we have Venus in Aquarius in your 4th house of home and family, conjunct Pluto, opposite Mars and Leo in that 10th house of career. So it could be that there is some obsessive, intense energy here and a lot of anxiety and fear around something to do with your career and your home and family. It could be that there is a lack of support here, or there's just frustrations between your career that is bouncing back on your family. I really see it more that the home and family is the thing frustrating you, because that Venus in Aquarius in the 10th house is doing much better. I think it's more that your home and family, location, landlord, whatever it may be, is frustrating your work. Then on the 15th, Mercury will be stationing direct in Sagittarius, which is great, and this is in your 2nd house of income and finances. So this is great for communicating things to do with income and finances, getting back on track with earning more money, again linking to that 10th house of career, and also just not experiencing any delays with money. So if you've been trying to pay off debt, for example, you might see a little bit more like, I'm cracking through here, and you're feeling good about income. On the same day, we have a Gemini full moon in the 8th house of shared finances and investments. So again, that money house. So this is a nice, happy, cathartic ending. So you could be letting go of, you know, again, an investment or a shared financial thing. And you could also feel that you're letting go of somebody that you don't trust anymore. And you're like, yeah, I don't feel quite right about you. So, and you feel good about that. Like there is a bit of delusion where you're like, maybe I shouldn't do it, but you do feel good about it. So Scorpio, that was your weekly horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll move on to the next. Hello, lovely Sagittariuses, my sign. So this is a video for Sagittarius rising. So if you are a Sagittarius sun, you can still watch this, but it's more accurate for a rising sign. So this is the horoscope for the 9th to the 15th of December. So let's just get into it. So the 9th of December will have an Aries moon trining Mars in Leo in your 9th house of study and travel and spirituality. So although your energy is high when it comes to studying and maybe traveling or trying to expand your horizons, you're also very frustrated over these matters. Either you can't get things off the ground or you're not able to pursue the things you want to do when it comes to traveling. On the 11th of December, the moon in Taurus will be squaring Mars in Leo again in that 9th house. So you might want to avoid having a needless fight with somebody or saying something that backfires on you. So you might be frustrated over something to do with knowledge or study, but you might want to just keep it inside. So if you don't think you should say it, just don't say it. This is an energy of just keep it zipped, really, because it could come out and it's like, I regret saying that. On the 12th of December, Venus in Aquarius will be conjunct Pluto opposite Mars in Leo. And this will have a Venus in Aquarius with your 3rd house and a Mars in Leo with your 9th house. So this is a bit obsessive, intense energy and can also manifest some anxieties and fears. So really I see this as like a kind of anxiety or fear over maybe writing and study. Like you can't get a writing project off the ground, you can't finish it enough in time for your study program. Or there's some element of communication or productivity that is stopping you from being able to travel, or like you're not able to afford traveling because you're like, oh, I feel lazy, I feel sluggish. There's just some kind of mismatch there and it causes some anxiety. On the 15th, we have Mercury direct in Sagittarius in your 1st house of self. So not only will you be able to communicate more easily now and be able to get things back on track, like things won't be delayed, they can speed up now. You'll also find that people will be interpreting you and perceiving you in the right way. So you don't come across so sort of arrogant or whatever you come across during a Mercury retrograde. Normally a Sagittarius has come across really arrogant. So you might be like, oh, people see me as what I want to be seen as now. And on the same day, we have a Gemini full moon in the 7th house of committed relationships. So this full moon is not a bad full moon. You're letting something go, but it's quite cathartic and almost kind of happy and long awaited, actually. So this is something to do with the committed relationship. So if you are in a committed relationship, I'm not saying you're going to split up because, again, this moon is like, I've been wanting to do this for a while. So if you do split up, it's your choice. You want to do this. It's not like, oh, it just happened out of nowhere. But if you're not in a committed relationship, this is kind of interesting energy when it comes to maybe letting go of some kind of contract you signed at work or something to do with like an apartment that you signed with a landlord. There's just an energy of letting go of something that you've committed to here. And again, it's not a bad thing. It's like you've been wanting to do this. So Sagittarius, happy birthday, by the way, Sagittarius, if you're watching this, because some of you will still have your birthdays. If you enjoyed that reading, then please give the video a like and I'll move on to the next.